jumping in on Hallie's Creations. I hope you enjoy this next share. And without any further ado, let's do this. Don't forget to subscribe and notify, or you won't miss out on any more videos. First, we're going to start out doing the outline just to give an idea of the type of body we're going to go with. And I'm using an oil pastel here just to squiggle some on here. Pretty easy peasy. You don't even have to do this. I just did this just to kind of play with it, actually, to be honest. I'm just playing. So now we're going to add the acrylics onto this. And I wanted to give it some color that would pop on the black canvas and also be aesthetically pleasing to the eye. So I went with the more softer pastels. So I'm using a flat tip brush, blending it with the white to give it that pop, and we're just going to fill in these flowers and give it some body. Also squiggling it around on the canvas to bring all the colors together, which you'll see later in the picture how that all brings it together. Now we're going to add some buds to the stems here just to give it more of a fuller canvas. And that is pretty much what we're going to be doing, is just filling this canvas up with a whole lot of flowers and then filling in the back drop to make it all pop and come out. And this is more of an aesthetically, not a Monet type theme, but kind of an abstract. I didn't want to go with the exact, type floral. I wanted something different. I'm going for more of a on this piece, you'll notice that I'm doing a different technique than I do on some of the other pieces, and I just wanted to kind of give some versatility, more of an abstract style type flower. I didn't want to go with a realistic. I wanted to be more abstract. Here we're using the different colors to blend it all together. Again, this is the acrylic paint and the gouache paint, mixing it together. And the gouache, and I'm probably saying it wrong, is more of a thinner, when it covers, it doesn't cover as heavy as the acrylic does. One of the things I've learned using these mediums is once you get it dried, it's pretty important to seal that up right away for it doesn't dry and crack. You want to preserve it. So that kind of gives you an idea of what it's looking like as we continue to add some green and some foliage in here. On this one here now, I'm using a round tip brush for the leaves. And if you follow me, you know that on my Amazon personal profile account, you can go in there and I have lists put together for you. So if you wanted to see what type of paint brushes I'm using or paint, you're welcome to do that. These particular paints and brushes would be under the painting supply list. So you can just go in there. The link is in the description below, and there's, at this time, no affiliated, kickback or anything, but that could change in time. But today, as I'm doing this recording, I just have a personal profile set up for you. Can take advantage of the different materials I use and what I buy on Amazon. I also pick up a lot of my supplies from Michael's, as well as when I'm out shopping, if I see a good deal or whatever. It's just depending what's out there, what's available. So I'm going to let you continue to enjoy this little share, and then I will pop back and share a little bit more insight in a few minutes. You'll notice too, I'm painting on top of a glass sheet. What I simply did was one of my frames that came with glass. I just used the glass as my countertop on my desk here. Sometimes I use an easel because this is a smaller canvas. I just kept it simple and I just put it right on the top of my creator's desk. So that's a little trick that I do when it's all said and done. If you take that sheet of glass and just put it under water, it'll loosen up those paints, and you can just scrape them off with a razor blade. Super easy peasy cleanup, and it's just easy to come back and forth and work on it. As you'll notice here, I don't do this all in one setting. I pop back and forth as my layers dry, so don't feel like you have to do this all in one setting. Set it to the side, walk away, come back, get a different view on it, and add to it. You'll notice I'm doing the sides of the canvas as well. This could be hung with or without a frame, so I like to do the full canvas. It also helps when you put the paint on the canvas will shrink more to that frame as well because it'll tighten up. And then once this is all said and done, I will seal it with the clear sealer, and I will probably put the clear sealer in the back side of the canvas as well, just to make it more taut. Another thing, this particular style, if you like this kind of style, check out Amanda Hilburn. She's another YouTuber. She's also on Facebook and various others, and she's been doing this for a long time. And her techniques, and she has classes and all that stuff that's available. I don't do the classes myself personally because I just kind of watch and learn, but she is a great resource just to get inspiration and style and pattern from, and you'll see some similarities there. I think her site is the Little Bluebird Gallery, but if you look up Amanda Hilburn, I actually should kind of put that in my link for people can find that. But just YouTube, do a search and you'll find her on Facebook, even if you just Google it. She has similar styles to this, and she's really good at what she does. Now you'll notice I'm adding black to this. Black makes it pop. And so I wanted to make those dimensions and the flowers come out and pop, and that's just the style I'm going for. It's pretty raw, abstract, but that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to go for on this particular piece. Doesn't always have to be perfect. Life isn't perfect. It can get kind of messy. So enjoy the process and just go for it. Don't get yourself all locked in and making it look exactly like. Just do your thing. And there you go. That is a finished product pretty much. I'm going to take a pin to it and do some black outlines as well as some white outlines. Add a little bit more green in here. I'm using the Gouache paint because it's laying thinner over this top. So I'm highlighting that just to give it a little bit more dimension and pop. That's what the lighter paints are really good for, is accenting. Once a piece is pretty much done, you want to lay over it. Don't be afraid to blend your colors and make your own colors too. I'm not a color wheel chart person. I just kind of use my eyeballs and go for it. Gotta be a little reckless. Why not? You'll probably notice that as I'm blending these colors in, I'm using quite a bit of white to blend and tone down the colors. That just makes it softer, but it also makes these leaves and the flowers just have more accentuation. You know, it just pops more. So I really do like using the white just to soften and bring these colors out. And to know me is to know I like white. I can't share that enough. That's my fave, is using that white to bring that all together. See how different that looks? And don't feel like you need to cover up all your black canvas, because if you painted your canvas before you started with the black and then you're doing this on top of it, it's just really going to make it pop. So put a light layer of black paint on it and then start your piece while it's almost dry, but not quite dry. You want it still a wet, just for it could pull those colors in and blend a little bit. So just a little reminder, don't forget to subscribe and set your notify if you'd like to see more shares like this. I also have other playlists for different things that we do here. Jewelry making, wreath making, crafts, DIY projects, painting on glass. So this just goes on. So the best thing to do is just check out my channel. I have over 300 videos and shorts that you can look at and get a feel for what we make and create here at Hallie's Creations. And we're just going to add a little bit of white on here after we do the black. We're going to seal it up with the clear varnish just to preserve it, and it also makes those colors pop, and it keeps the acrylics from drying and cracking, so you want to do that. So here we just put the white on there, a little signature, and we are golden. We are good. And just a few more touch-ups. The beauty of having the paint on your table like that, you can go back in and work it some more if you want. So remember to subscribe and set your notify. This is the scary part. Let it dry before you do this. This sat overnight. In fact, I think I sat for a couple of days before I put this on. I want to make sure it was good and dry. So, and it doesn't take much, just a little dab will do ya. So until next time, have a good day and a better tomorrow. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Thank you for hanging out with me at Hallie's Creations. I hope you enjoyed this little share. Don't forget to subscribe and set your notify. Check me out on Facebook as well as TikTok. And we are done. I'm also on Instagram too. And that's it. Until next time. Thank you for sharing your time with me.